YouTube? How you doing? It's your boy True Thought, coming at you with another installment of my chronological recording of my journey from citizen headed to basic training. As you already know, I enlisted into the Army National Guard back in January of 2016, and my scheduled ship date to basic training is September the 6th, so I got quite some time to go. And so I've done a few videos on, the reason why I decided to join, my experience with the ASVAB, my experience at MEPS, and some other things. Oh, and also RSP. So for this one, I'm going to talk to you guys about just kind of getting physically fit, physically in shape, especially for those who may be older. Like I said, I'm 34 years old, so I'm right at the age limit of the military, of the Army. And so as a 34-year-old, getting in shape is a little more difficult than it was when I was 18, 19, and even 25. I think if you're 25 and up, you're joining the military, then make sure you don't take for granted your physical stamina or your physical abilities, because they're not what they once were, and you have to work hard to get them back there. So for starters, let's just look at some of the requirements as far as the PT tests are concerned in the Army. The PT tests consist of push-ups, sit-ups, as well as a 2-mile run. For my age bracket, which is about, I think it's 28 to 35, the 2-mile time, the maximum 2-mile time, is 18 minutes and 42 seconds, or 18 minutes and 47 seconds. For enlisted, if you're going as an officer, then the maximum is 17 minutes and 42 seconds. And they say there's a minimum. I guess they don't want you to run any less than, or any lower, or faster than, I think it's 13:50. And so you want to kind of target. For me personally, I think my best time has been about 14:50, my 2-mile run. You want to make sure you ease into it. When I first started running or training for this was this time last year. I was never a big runner as far as a long distance runner. I was a sprint when I was a kid, and I played basketball when I was a kid. I wasn't really about long distance running, so it took some time to get my body used to it. So take your time. Don't rush it. Start off in increments. Start off with running. If you've never run before, start off running in maybe a half mile here. After about a week of doing that, push it to a mile. After another week and a half of that, push it to 2 miles. And so really, if you're running every day, let's say 4 days out of the week, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to overdo yourself. You don't want to overexert your body, especially if it's not used to that kind of physical activity. Don't overexert yourself, because what you'll do is you'll end up hurting yourself, injuring your legs, injuring your feet, because they're just not used to the pounding, not used to the physicality just yet. So build it up. You probably get you about, if you run consistently 4 days out of the week, you probably in your 3rd or 4th week you'll see yourself at 2 miles and doing pretty good. And then after that, anything after that is just gravy. So you really want to push yourself to probably about 2.5, 3 miles, just to make sure that you're in the best physical shape that you possibly can. I would suggest that you get some good shoes, some good running shoes. For me personally, I'm an Under Armour fan. And they have a lot of great running shoes that aren't that expensive. I mean, they have some that are 100 plus, but they have others that are $55 and $65 that provide you really good cushion, that provide you good support, allow your feet to breathe. So I would strongly suggest that you do that. In fact, let me show you a pair. All right. So these here. Once it comes into focus, these here, these are my new running shoes. These are shoes that I use now to run in. Like I said, they're very good. They're very flexible. They're breathable. They're lightweight, so that way you can really, you can train as best as possible. These are the Under Armour Assert 6. It only cost me $55. So I would definitely recommend that pair, or any pair really of good running shoes. If you're a Nike fan, Adidas fan, what have you, just make sure you get a good pair of running shoes. Don't just grab any old kind of shoes and start running in them. I wouldn't suggest running in basketball shoes either, because they're not really made for that. So get a good decent pair of running shoes. Also, you want to get yourself some gear. Get some running gear, something that's lightweight, that allows you to move around as freely as possible. No, of course it keeps you from being burnt or frozen by the elements, but you want to get something that's made for running, so that way you're able to maximize on your training. I would also suggest that you join a gym, and preferably a gym that has maybe some classes that can help you maximize on building up your stamina, building up your strength, give you some tips. I personally belong to LA Fitness. They have a boot camp class, which I'm getting ready to go to now, actually. And I'm able to talk to the trainer, let him know what my goals are, and he's able to give me some tips as far as what I need to do in order to get there. And those classes also serve as motivators. It shows you where you are and where you want to be, so that way you can kind of set your own physical goals and start pressing forward on the plan towards achieving that. But get a gym membership. Get a workout partner if possible. If it's a possibility that maybe you're enlisting with somebody else, or you got to know somebody while you're at MEPS and you guys live in the same area, get a workout partner, someone that can keep you motivated, someone that can push you and challenge you, and you can do the same back to them, so that way you're not off your goal. It's very easy to be distracted by things. It's very easy to be taken off course just by life. So you want somebody there, like an accountability partner, somebody there that's going to help you stay on track, help you stay on physical track, so that way you're able to get where you need to be. For those who may be like me, underweight, not underweight, but really light, the weight requirements for my age are from the minimum is 117. I think the maximum is like 165 or 175. And I found myself at the 120 range when I first started this process last year. Currently, I'm up to 140. And I'm trying to get up to 155 before I leave in September. So for those who are on my track who are trying to gain some weight, I would make sure that you're eating those foods that are going to help you put on pounds of proteins, some starches. You don't want to become unhealthy. You don't want to be an unhealthy eater. You want to remain healthy, but make sure that what you're eating is for the weight, will target the weight. And make sure that you're eating consistently. That was my issue. I normally was a person that would eat maybe 1.5 meals a day. So I had to force myself to eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So make sure you do that, so that way you can pack on those pounds and continue to exercise, so that way the pounds become muscle instead of just fat. For those of you who are on the other side who are trying to lose weight, same thing. It's all about diet, watching what you eat, and exercising consistently. Knowing the difference between regular weight, just your regular weight and water weight, so that way you understand what you're losing and how you're losing it. Again, get an accountability partner, because they can help you stay on track and do what you need to do. My wife helps me gain weight by cooking all these delicious meals that I need, and making me eat a lot more than I actually want to eat. Afterwards, you have your PT standards. You also have your weight standards, and so you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you possibly can in order to maximize that time. So like I said, I'm going to boot camp class now. We do a whole lot of stuff, push-ups, burpees, all kinds of things, for an hour straight. It's straight cardio and straight muscle building, and it's very helpful. So hopefully this video is helpful to somebody, or is inspiring somebody who's in this age group that's trying to go in the route that I'm going. Drop comments in the comment section. Drop any suggestions for me, any advice for me in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Take care. God bless.